Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're upgrading or building a new system this year, picking the right motherboard is a big deal. Between compatibility, ports, performance, and future-proofing, it's the foundation of your entire setup. So I've put together 5 of the best ATX motherboards that stand out this year. Whether you're Team Intel or AMD, there's something here for you. And my number 1 pick? It's the kind of board that delivers big even without breaking your budget, so stick around for that. If you find something you need, I've dropped all the links in the description for you. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell. I keep the reviews real and straight to the point. Number 5. MSI Mag B650 Tomahawk Wi-Fi. Let's kick things off with the MSI Mag B650 Tomahawk Wi-Fi, a no-nonsense motherboard for anyone jumping into the Ryzen 7000 series. It's not flashy, but it's solid, smart, and gets the job done with zero drama. First off, it just feels reliable. The build is sturdy, with chunky heat sinks and a clean layout that makes installing everything super straightforward. You won't be fighting cables or scratching your head trying to plug stuff in everything's where it should be. It supports DDR5 memory, which means faster speeds, smoother multitasking, and more room to grow down the road. You also get 2 slots for your SSDs, and a handful of SATA ports for extra storage basically. All the space you need for games, apps, and backups. For graphics, you're looking at a PCIe 4 slot. That's more than enough speed for any modern GPU and keeps things nice and responsive. And for internet, it's got both 2.5G Ethernet and Wi-Fi 6, so you're covered whether you're wired in or going wireless. Bluetooth is there too, so your accessories connect seamlessly. But what really makes this board great is the little stuff. There's a flash BIOS button, so if you ever need to update the BIOS, you can do it without even installing a CPU. It also has debug lights to help spot issues fast, and fan control options that keep your system cool without sounding like a jet engine. Design-wise, it's low-key but clean matte black with metallic touches. No crazy RGB, just a board that looks pro and works like it should. And for anyone who just wants a stable, modern foundation for a gaming or productivity rig, this one makes a lot of sense. Who's it for? Perfect for builders who want a smooth Ryzen setup without overcomplicating things, gamers, creators, or even first-timers looking for quality. Bottom line, the B650 Tomahawk Wi-Fi is stable, fast, and full of the right features. It's everything a good motherboard should be. No fluff, no mess, just reliable performance that holds up over time. Number 4. ASUS TUF Gaming B650 Plus Wi-Fi. If you're building a new AM5 system and want something that's rock solid but still gives you a few premium perks, the ASUS TUF Gaming B650 Plus Wi-Fi is absolutely worth a closer look. It's built like a tank, has a clean layout, and nails the essentials for gamers or creators who don't need flashy extras, but still want future-ready performance. Let's start with stability. The TUF series is known for durability, and this board keeps that promise. It's got reinforced PCIe slots, high-quality power delivery, and heat sinks that cover key areas without crowding your build. The B650 chipset means you're getting PCIe 5 support both for GPUs and M.2 storage, which is awesome if you plan on upgrading over time. Not every mid-range board gives you that flexibility. Wi-Fi 6 and 2.5 Gigabit Ethernet are both built in, which is super convenient whether you're gaming wirelessly or need a fast, stable connection for work. And the rear I/O is generous. 8 USB ports, HDMI, DisplayPort, BIOS flashback, and more all laid out cleanly. You also get plenty of internal headers for RGB, fans, and USB expansions. And speaking of RGB, there's some minimal lighting, but nothing over the top. The overall look is matte black and industrial, which fits well with most builds. BIOS updates are easy with the flashback button, and ASUS's software is pretty polished too if you want to control fans or lighting through Armory Crate. Who's it for? Anyone looking for a dependable, forward-compatible AM5 motherboard without going overboard on price or flashy extras. Gamers, hobbyist builders, and even light workstation users will feel right at home. Bottom line. The ASUS TUF Gaming B650 Plus Wi-Fi strikes the perfect balance between rugged reliability and next-gen support. If you're not into RGB overload but still want PCIe 5, fast networking, and a hassle-free build experience, this board checks every box. Number 3. ASRock B650 Pro RS Wi-Fi. Let's talk about a board that doesn't get a lot of hype, but honestly deserves way more attention. The ASRock B650 Pro RS Wi-Fi is one of those motherboards that just makes sense. If you're building an AM5 system and want solid performance without paying for bells and whistles you won't use, this one's a strong contender. Design-wise, it looks clean and modern, nothing flashy, just sleek black and silver tones that work with most builds. But the real value is under the hood. You're getting PCIe 5 support for your GPU and SSD, future-proofing your setup for years to come. And yes, it supports all Ryzen 7000 series processors without breaking a sweat. Connectivity is where this board really shines. You've got Wi-Fi 6E and 2.5 GHz Ethernet for fast, stable internet, whether you're gaming or working. It includes a full lineup of USB ports, including USB-C on the rear I, O, and even a front panel USB-C header for modern cases. DisplayPort and HDMI are there too if you're running an APU setup. Inside, it supports fast DDR5 memory with Expo profiles for easy setup. There are enough fan headers to keep your system cool, and RGB headers to add some flair if you're into that. The BIOS is simple and responsive, making it easy to tweak settings without getting overwhelmed. The build process is straightforward. Full-size ATX means good space for airflow and cable management. Monsieur 2 slots come with heat sinks, and everything is placed logically so you won't be reaching into tight corners or dealing with awkward layouts. Who's it for? Great for budget-conscious builders who still want Wi-Fi, fast storage, and future-ready performance. Whether it's your first build or your fifth, it makes things easy. Bottom line, the ASRock B650 Pro RS Wi-Fi keeps it simple, smart, and solid. No fluff, just real features that matter, and that's why it earns its spot in the top 3. If this helped, be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell. More honest motherboard reviews are coming your way. And no need to dig around. I've dropped all the links you need right there in the description. Number 2. Gigabyte Z690 Gaming X DDR4. Now, if you're leaning toward an Intel build and don't want to mess with the newer and pricier DDR5 memory, the Gigabyte Z690 Gaming X DDR4 might just be your sweet spot. It's got that classic gaming motherboard feel tough, fast, and ready to push performance without draining your budget. At first glance, this board screams durability. The full black PCB, reinforced PCIe slots, and chunky VRM heatsinks give it a solid, aggressive look. But it's not just for show. Underneath, you've got a 16+1+2 power phase design that keeps power delivery smooth, even with higher-end Intel 12th or 13th gen CPUs. You want to pair it with a Core i7 or i9? Go for it. This board can handle it. The best part? It sticks with DDR4 memory, which is more affordable and still performs great, especially if you're upgrading an older rig or reusing components. You still get fast speeds, XMP support, and plenty of headroom for gaming or productivity. When it comes to connectivity, it's no slouch. There are 4 M2 slots for SSDs, yep, 4 all with thermal guards. That's more than enough for storage-heavy users. Plus, the PCIe 5 slot means you're future-proofed for upcoming GPUs. And don't worry, there's USB-C on the rear I/O, fast USB 3.2 ports, and 2.5 GB LAN for rock-solid online performance. The BIOS is classic Gigabyte, clean, functional, and relatively easy to navigate. And the build process is smooth too. Labeled headers, solid spacing, and plenty of fan headers make setup a breeze. It may not have built-in Wi-Fi, but if you're hardwired anyway, you won't miss it. Who's it for? Perfect for gamers or content creators who want high-end performance with DDR4 savings. Great if you're reusing RAM or looking to build a serious rig on a smart budget. Bottom line, the Gigabyte Z690 Gaming X DDR4 delivers powerhouse specs without the DDR5 premium. It's tough, fast, and packed with features that make it a no-brainer for serious Intel users. And finally, my #1 pick, ASUS Prime Z690AA. If you're building an Intel system and want a clean, powerful, no-fuss experience, the ASUS Prime Z690AA might just be the perfect fit. It's not overloaded with flashy RGB or unnecessary extras, but what it does have is rock-solid performance, next-gen compatibility, and a sleek design that works in any setup. Let's talk design first. The white and silver heatsinks give it a crisp, professional look. Whether your build is blacked out or all white, this board blends in beautifully. But it's more than just looks. The 16+1 power stage design delivers stable power to even high-end CPUs, which means smooth gaming, rendering, and multitasking without hiccups. You've got full DDR5 support, PCIe 5 for next-gen GPUs, and 4 M2 slots for fast SSDs. That's the kind of layout that gives you room to grow or build a blazing fast rig from day one. Cable management is clean thanks to smart port placement and shrouded connections. On the back, the I/O panel includes USB 3.2 Gen 2X2 Type-C, multiple USB 3.2 ports, HDMI, DisplayPort, and 2.5 GB Ethernet. No Wi-Fi built in, but for most desktops, wired is still king. Plus, you can always add a Wi-Fi card later if needed. The BIOS is classic ASUS user-friendly, loaded with fan controls and auto-tuning tools. Whether you're an experienced builder or just getting started, it's easy to tweak performance and stay cool under pressure. And with QLED indicators, safe slot GPU support, and a pre-installed I/O shield, setup feels less like a chore and more like progress. Who's it for? Builders who want a professional, future-proof Intel board with DDR5 and PCIe 5 minus the RGB circus. Bottom line, the ASUS Prime Z690AA balances clean aesthetics, powerful features, and smooth performance. If you're building a serious rig and don't want to deal with gimmicks, this board hits all the right notes. And that wraps up my countdown of the best motherboards you can get this year. Whether you're after budget reliability or high-end power, this list proves there's a solid option for every kind of builder. From MSI's rugged performance to ASUS's premium polish, each one brings something valuable to the table. If you found your match, all the links are waiting for you right there in the description, no digging needed. So which one's your pick? Drop it in the comments I read and reply to everyone. If this helped you out, give it a like, subscribe, and tap the bell more sharp. Honest motherboard reviews are on the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.